Welcome, YouTube and frogs and podcast frogs, to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, live Patron call-in fucking thing, Q&A sort of, but
not really, but
not
sort of,
really.
yeah.
So, how this works is at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we are done. So if you are calling in, you know, take your time, but be brief if there are a lot of people. Right now there's fucking 3 of you, so you guys can each have 40 minutes. But that's not how math works. What would it be? 120 over 3? Oh yeah, 40 minutes. But, however, I expect more. Now, what we're doing here, for those of you who are in a blender and confused why this is playing in your stupid fucking ears, is our monthly patron call-in thing. So this is a benefit we offer to Platinum and Damascus patrons. If you want to participate, if you're watching live, then join the call-in waiting room channel. There are a couple people in there now whom you should see. And then we will drag you in on a generally speaking, first come, first serve basis. And that is what we're doing today. So if you want to get in on that, patreon.com/thedropshot, ! Patreon in the chat to get to that. Also, if you're going to gift subs, give bits, donate money, do it for sure. But also, I will be acknowledging and thanking all of you after all the call-ins are done, because I want to be respectful of everyone's time. So, love you, appreciate the support, and yeah, I will. I'll get to those things after the call-ins are done at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So, with that said, Tanner, you ready to rock and roll, bitch?
Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll.
How you doing today?
I'm good, dude. I'm wearing my official Landmark TV t-shirt.
How much was that? How many United States dollars was that?
Look at that back. Isn't that a dope design?
That is kind of cool, actually.
It's
yeah.
his logo and a bunch of bullets. It's really cool.
I don't know, like $25 shipped, I think.
Okay. Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
Everyone check out twitch.tv/Landmark, of course. Friend of the pod.
Cool.
He'll be a guest tonight.
Well, cap. All right. So, let's see. Who the fuck are we getting first?
Boopsy and Raging were first.
Boopsy
has to be out of here within 30 minutes.
Boopsy has to leave in 30 minutes. So who was here first? Dusty?
Dusty was here first.
Cool.
We'll start with Dusty and then do Boopsy before he has to leave in 30 minutes.
Okay.
How does that sound, little buddy?
That sounds... Let's get Boopsy if he has to leave in 32 minutes.
Okay, get him in here then.
Boopsy, Malding Bitch, you're live on the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, patron call-in thing. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
Not fucking much. How you doing, dude?
You know, not so bad. Not so bad. I edited a fucking TikTok today. That made me want to end it all in game.
In a video game, of course, yeah. Are you using DaVinci Resolve?
Of course I am. I'm not paying for fucking anything else.
That's the wave right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
DaVinci Resolve is the wave for sure. Yeah. So, new PC. How's that treating you?
Pretty fucking phenomenal. Although, you know, I'm on the dual PC shit, and for some reason, I'm still dropping frames. So I might throw my computer out the window, but we'll get there when we get there.
How is that even possible?
My internet's dog shit. Fuck Spectrum. They should all be shot. In the game.
In a video game, I agree. I'm also on Spectrum. It's literally the sole ISP where I live. I called
they have
everyone.
a monopoly. They have a monopoly here too.
Yeah, it's pretty cringe.
Let's be clear, Raz. You didn't pick up the phone and call anyone. You looked at their websites.
I did.
Actually?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, you went. Wow.
Yeah.
You wouldn't usually do that either.
That's how mauled I was, dude. Yes. That's how fucking mauled I was.
Yeah.
Because I went on the websites and they were like, oh, sorry. Like, I went on Verizon Fios or Verizon at all. And I was like, can I
Yeah.
get internet here? So online it said no, and I said cap. So I fucking called them. And then I sat in that fucking, AI press 5 to connect fucking hellscape for 40 minutes to just be told no again by an actual human being. So yeah, fuck Spectrum. I agree with you there.
Yeah, they're dog shit. They
That's
don't
cool,
even
though.
do fucking fiber, so they're terrible.
Oh yeah.
Spectrum supposedly is like going to be doing fiber. That's what they told me, but they were probably lying.
It's fake fiber
There's
too.
no shot.
Yeah.
So what are the specs in that system?
So my new computer has a 3070. It's the EVGA XC3 3070, and then it has a Ryzen 9 5900. I've got 32 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte or two 1 terabyte SSDs, M.2s of course, and then I've got a 2 terabyte spinning disk drive in there as well.
Why?
Why do I have a spinning disk drive?
Yes.
I have a metric fuck ton of like music recording stuff that I do. So I like to have the spinning drives for like all of that because it's not super time, I don't need all that shit very quickly, and music stuff doesn't take that much. Like it doesn't need to be on an SSD basically.
Here's a hot take. Nobody should use hard drives anymore for how cheap solid states are, right?
Yeah.
Can we just get away? Can we just end hard drives forever?
But I agree, but I only have 2 M.2 slots, and I'm not going to use a SATA SSD because I'm not a homeless man. So
What?
Okay.
What's wrong with the SATA? It's better than
He's
a
not a
SATA
homeless
hard
man,
drive.
but he got a hard drive. Jesus.
Your
I've
hard
had this
drive's
hard
Kick
drive
him out of the
since I was
channel.
11
Kick
years
him out
old.
of the channel.
All right, cool.
See ya.
GG's. Get fucked.
Hard drives
Glad
are
I
also
upgraded
SATA
to
drives.
Damascus.
Did you already have the hard
Yes,
drive?
I already had a hard
why?
drive. It's from my old computer.
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty pissed, but okay.
Yeah.
I sort of
Stay
get
mad.
it.
Get shit on.
I sort of
I don't
get
care.
it. That's a good system.
All my
though.
games are on SSDs. Go fuck yourself.
How
Yeah,
many
that's
frames?
True.
I hope you like losing your music, by the way, because
I do. I
actual
love it.
discs are not as reliable as SSDs.
Well,
They
they're
literally
shit.
have no advantage other than cost, and even that is going away. But if you already had it,
The
then
advantage was that I had it already.
Yeah, I
that was
get
the
it.
advantage.
I get it. How many frames are you getting in Verdansk?
It depends on where the fuck I am, obviously, but I'd say I'm averaging probably 150 with my settings.
Nice.
Yeah, so
It fluctuates so much on that shit map.
What's super interesting about Warzone, which is a seriously insanely well optimized video game, is that I have a 3090 EVGA FTW3. That would imply that I would get more frames than you. Cap.
Yeah.
You got it. Dude, I
What's
gotta
your
get
processor?
that. You gotta DM that to me. Yeah, it's because of my processor. 9900K, which is not a bad processor, but it's not as good as a 5900X.
Get a 10900K or a 5950X, like 10.
Well, he needs a whole new PC. That's what he needs.
Yeah, a third one.
We could.
He also needs to blow the dust out of his PC. He would probably actually get 100 more frames.
Also, turn the fucking air conditioner. You're probably thermal throttling because
That's
you live
true.
in a fucking
I'm
sauna.
not. Don't. Hey, hard drive disk boy, don't ever tell me how to maintain my PC ever again. Okay. Thank you.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I am not thermal throttling. Maybe on the CPU, but I kind of doubt it. But anyways,
Is it air or liquid cooled?
My CPU is AIO, but
Okay, then that shouldn't be
air cooling is actually
by the
better
time.
than AIO.
No, I know, but if you were air cooling in a 95-degree sauna, it wouldn't be as
True.
efficient.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, actually.
it's
I
actually a
hadn't even
great
thought about
point.
that.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm on AIO. Anyways, so what's up, bud? How long have you been listening to the program?
So I was listening from the shadows since like the beginning of the pandemic. I'd say probably end of March, early April is when I started listening, but I didn't interact with you guys until like, I don't know, a couple of months ago. I joined the Discord, or I joined the Patreon and the Discord during the summer, but didn't speak to you guys because you sounded like assholes and I didn't want to get
Which is, of course, true.
Yeah, I didn't want to get mauled at, so I just stayed in the shadows. But then I was like, fuck, these guys are nerds. I don't care. I'll go hang out at a patron hangout. And then everyone was shirtless, and now here I am. So
everyone was indeed shirtless. So why Why did you take so long to join the Discord? I don't get it.
I quite frankly didn't give a shit about the community
Got
at
it.
all. Like
Yeah,
I still
it.
don't. I'm a 24-year-old hermit. I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't like people.
Yeah, I get this.
live. I live by myself. Me and my girlfriend and our cats, and we don't like anybody else. So I manage
right.
like a couple other Discords, and I'm sick of Discord notifications. So I just didn't care. But
What does
I ended up
managing a
joining.
Discord mean?
So he's a Reddit mod.
That's
Is
exactly
what he's
I'm
saying.
getting
He's
Reddit
a
mod
Reddit
I'm
vibes.
not.
Yeah.
Fuck Reddit mods.
Do you have
Reddit
what are
mods
those
are
little
Reddit
hats called? What are those
I'll
hats
get
called? from
you.
those
I'll get you both
Reddit
banned on
mod?
Twitch.
Well,
No, no. So I've run. I'm not going to self promo here, but I've run a couple podcasts in the past. So I have some communities that I am a part of, like there, as far as like an owner of a Discord. So I already have far too many Discord notifications.
Interesting.
But I ended up joining because I wanted to get into Call of Duty and I had no one to play with really. So I joined the Discord. Now I'm ostracized from the community, of course, because I play Valorant, so no one plays with me anyway. But
yeah. So he joins the Discord to play Call of Duty with people, and then he ends up only playing Valorant. Got it.
Yep. Well, this
Dope.
game's shit. It's
The game is
figure
shit.
it out.
Yeah.
You also. So how many frames you got on Valorant, by the way? Like 800.
So I play on everything's on ultra. The only thing that's not on is ray tracing. I don't know if that's even a thing in that game. I played last night. I was getting like 550.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Valorant. With
Those
a
games are
60
so
hertz
nice to play.
server too. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Imagine a 60 tick server.
128 tick in
Oh
Valorant.
shit,
by the way.
really? Oh wow,
Yeah.
even better. That's fucking
Mhm.
crazy.
Jesus.
That's why I think that's
Meanwhile,
why
I'm
I
getting
hate
lag comps
Warzone.
behind a wall 3 seconds later.
Yeah,
True.
I think that's why I hated Warzone for so long, is because when you go from a game with 128 tick servers to this fucking pile
12.
of shit, it's just like you can
Less than a
feel your hit reg go to shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I will say, like, I heard you guys talking about all the weapon balance changes and how there's, the meta's in a good spot. So between that and having a PC that can actually run the game fairly competently, I gave it a shot again, and I'm actually having a little bit of fun with Warzone lately.
Yeah, this is a good time to play, other than if you run into a bunch of cheaters. But other than that, the game's pretty good. I was watching Jake stream earlier. Dude, that Cold War AK, oh my god, it's hitting so hard. I can't wait to use it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
it slams. I was playing with it. I actually that's what I was making the TikTok about. I'm trying to get famous on that.
Oh,
on
yeah,
that,
yeah.
That TikTok gun
fame.
build shit.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
I
I
made a
was
TikTok about
watching
that build.
our TikTok where I single-handedly won a video game match
How many
for
times
my
did
team.
you watch that video?
Oh.
20?
How many? Well, I lost count after 55, but yeah.
How many views does the video have? You have about that many, or what?
Well, easy. But yeah, I'm using the Cold War AK in that, and I was like, dude, they died so fast. Like, just immediately cracked and down. Like, that thing is a truck, dude. Cold
Yeah,
War AK
I
is
think,
really
like,
good.
Medium to close range, the recoil isn't too bad, but it kind of like just bounces to a headshot if you aim for their nipples. So you like land a headshot or two, and the time to kill just seems so fast.
Yeah, it's a chunky boy for sure. I do want to try that with the Axial now. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
to
the
try.
Axial feels fucking great after they changed the zoom.
Yeah,
Feels real good.
the
Yeah.
Cold War AK actually looks exactly like the AMAX in terms of recoil. Its only downside, obviously, is it doesn't have as much bullet velocity at those long ranges that the AMAX was hitting. But dude, there's no recoil now with it. It looks great. I can't wait. Haven't even played the game since the optic change, actually. Just
Yeah, I
been,
don't think I have either.
just been busy on that grind.
On that
You
grind.
know,
I've been
trying to
addicted
figure
to
out
the
merch.
Dragon Age trilogy, but I'm almost done with Inquisition. So once I am, I'm going to be back into Warzone.
got it.
God, it's such a great
So we'll see you
trilogy.
in 3 weeks then, yeah.
No. I'm a fucking god, dude. I'll 100% it in a day. That's cap. But anyways, yeah, what was I going to say? God damn it. I forget. But anyways, whatever. Oh, yeah, this is what I was going to ask. When you listened to the first episode, did you hate us and then swear us off and then start listening again 3 weeks later?
No,
did you just-
actually.
No? Okay.
the only reason I stayed listening to this podcast is because you guys talked a lot of shit about Modern Warfare, and I hated that game.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so got it. Okay.
Yeah, I was on board basically right from the get-go. That, and you guys, I think we talked about this in the Patron hangout, but you guys talk to each other in the same way like me and the few people I consider friends talk to each other.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like I was looking for video game podcasts because this is like my main hobby basically, and my job went curbside only. So I was just sitting I work at a vape shop, and I was just sitting there waiting for the phone to ring all day.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still shit, but I needed something to listen to, so I looked up like Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant podcasts, and this was the only one that was like active enough that I had enough content to really fucking make my week go by faster.
Yeah, people don't seem to stick with gaming podcasts very long. I think they just end up getting discouraged maybe at the view count or the listening total number of listens or something. I don't know, but there's so many out there that you see like started last year and they only last like a few months and then just never upload again.
Yeah,
Seems like to be a recurring.
I think
theme
part
there.
of it, like we've talked about, is that all games are shit right now. So like you start a podcast about like whatever game and then you just get sick of it because it's dog shit and you don't want to make content about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And especially if you're not making money off the content, you're like, well, why am I going to sit here and fucking talk about this game I don't even like?
And then like, yeah, that is true. Like Raz said when we started this podcast, he's like, dude, this is the perfect game to do a podcast on because there's literally weekly updates and there's a new game every single year, where it's like, you can't say that about that many games. Like, think if we did like a PUBG podcast, you'd run out of things to talk about pretty quick because it's like, how often do they update their game? Like once a month? Like with like any sort of major update, it's pretty long. It's like you'd run out of things to talk about so quickly in games like that. But with Call of Duty, it's just between them not having anti-cheat, there's always something to bitch about, and there's always a new game every year.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I was.
And the player base is massive.
Yeah.
And the player base massive. Yeah. This is a good game to do for sure. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, like I've been again on the Dragon Age grind. I found on YouTube there's this Dragon Age podcast, or I should say there was, because they had one game come out in like 2009. They had Dragon Age 2 in like 2013, Inquisition 2015, and now there's a Dragon Age 4 is coming out in 2022. So it's like, yeah, there was a podcast about this. Last episode was like 3 years ago, which was already 2 years after the release of the latest title. And it's like people just run out of things to talk about. They get bored of it. And the enthusiasm from the listener base just isn't there. Because like for me, as a listener of that podcast, sort of, it's like, once I'm done with my playthroughs, I'm not going to be listening to a fucking Dragon Age podcast anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's nothing new really they're gonna give me. And the reason I think we've had many people have told us this, the reason they stay here is like, I've heard this so many times. Oh, dude, I stopped playing this game fucking 8 months ago, but the podcast is cool and I still listen to it. Because you guys are like assholes.
Yeah, I was the exact opposite. I never played this game until like 2 weeks ago. I started getting back into it, and I listened to the podcast the whole time.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Strange.
So why did you start listening to a Call of Duty podcast before you even knew us? If you didn't play Call of Duty, did you intend on maybe playing and you wanted to assess the state via the podcast?
Warzone had just come out. And I did play a little bit at the beginning. I played some Warzone back when everyone was using thermal fucking HDRs.
Oh yeah.
Was the time I played. And I kind of enjoyed the game. And I enjoyed the game enough to look for a podcast to listen to.
I see. Okay.
About the game. And then I found this podcast. Stopped playing probably, I don't know, May of 2020. And literally didn't touch it wasn't installed on my computer until I got this new one in last week, and then I reinstalled it on one of my 1 terabyte
on your hard drives.
On your spinning disk drive. Yeah.
Oh, get shit on.
Did you?
So, you know what? I'm done. GG's. Dusty, you're up.
Kind of little tangent here. When you are like recording your thoughts or writing or something, how many stone tablets do you have to etch hieroglyphics into?
At least 3.
Okay, got it.
I have one dedicated to how many dumb shit jokes you make a week. That
Real.
that one's full. I'm gonna have to get another one. Yeah.
That one fills up every week, huh?
Yeah.
Every fucking week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways. All right, Boopsy boy. Any questions or things you want to say to us?
No, you guys can both go fuck yourselves. Thanks for
Got
having me on.
Got it.
Cool.
Actually, Tanner.
Yeah.
If you have any more questions about that merch stuff, I have done stuff like that in the past, so feel free to reach out at any point. I know we talked a little earlier about that.
Yeah. I was talking to Raz about all that, so we'll get back to that on Monday and discuss some things regarding that for sure.
All right.
But yeah, thanks, dude.
Well, yeah, I'm all set. I just wanted to hop in here and shoot the shit for a little bit, but I'll get on. I know you got a few more people waiting, so I appreciate you guys getting me in and out, and keep up the good work. I like the podcast. I hate the fucking game.
Amen. Same here.
Sounds about
All
right.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
No problem, boys. See ya.
Later.
Later, dude.
The fuck out of my channel. All right.
You started. You are recording this, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember to press the record
I
button?
did
I know you're
this
a
time.
rookie streamer. Got it.
Let's move on. Okay, so next
I have a list here. Yeah,
was
next it's Dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty boy.
Raging Dusty Boy, you are on the program live as
Live
fuck.
on the air. Yeah.
Live on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right, cool. We can hear you too. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Chilling, dude. Chilling. So Raging Dusty, living in the absolute sticks. Are you on a sat phone right now?
No, I have LTE plus.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you guys have cell towers out there.
They're on 2G towers still.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to be microchipped by Bill Gates, which I support. I support the resistance. Dusty, how long have you been listening to the program?
Since October.
October. Okay. What made you look into it?
I was just looking for a Call of Duty podcast.
Okay. How long you been playing the franchise?
Since 2007.
Oh wow.
Jesus Christ, what is that, COD 3?
I've been playing since before COD 4 came out.
Yeah.
So obviously, since you've been playing for so long, you would know that Modern Warfare 2019 is the best Call of Duty of all time, right?
My hand is
No,
up.
of course it's not the best game.
Good.
Got it.
What is the best Call of Duty game?
Well, I have the most controversial opinion. In my personal opinion, it's Black Ops 3 for me because I'm a zombies player.
Interesting. Okay. If
Well,
you're gonna
my next
say
favorite
for
being
the
COD
reason
4.
of zombies, then all right. Okay. I won't kick you yet. Go ahead. Sorry.
My next favorite being COD 4.
Good
So
choice,
favorite
of course.
multiplayer is COD 4. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. We'll keep you here. Good to know. Go ahead, Tanner.
Wait, so you're one of the zombie frogs, Dusty? Do you like Cold War zombies? What are your thoughts on
zombies?
Okay, so do you think they did a good job with zombies in Cold War?
I think zombies is pretty good in Cold War. It's not the greatest, but it's pretty good.
Interesting.
I hear a lot of the zombies players say that, but I'm just confused because I feel like from somebody who doesn't play zombies, this is the most thorough and the best zombies they've ever done by a lot. But I didn't play every COD zombie, so I don't really know. But there's like all the zombies players say that. They're like, oh, it's okay. It's not the best, which is weird, I think.
I think it has potential to be the best. It just needs more zombies maps.
Well, the whole game needs more maps. Yeah, I mean, it launched with
it's
2.
Unfinished, yeah.
It launched with 2.5 maps. So
It was
I agree with
unfinished.
that. Yeah, 100%.
What are your thoughts as a zombies main on Outbreak?
I'm not the biggest fan of Outbreak.
And why?
Mainly because I don't really care about that type of mode. I'm more of a round-based high rounder zombies player.
Which kind of
got
makes
it.
sense, actually, yeah. Because getting high rounds in Outbreak takes way fucking longer than traditional. I'm pretty sure.
What's your highest round in Cold War?
101 because I X-filled because I ran out of time.
Oh,
How long
that's
did
the
that
trouble, dude. It's hard to get high levels because
took
you
me
can't
6
sit there
hours.
for that long. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
It just gets like after a few hours, it's just boring to me, and I just start throwing because I just want the game to be over.
Yep.
You know. So it's either I just secretly throw and ruin the game for my friends, or I just leave and they're all mad at me, right? So instead, I just throw and pretend that I'm not. That's how you do it. There's a little pro tip for you guys, by the way. If you want to leave the game, just start throwing. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 hours for 101 rounds. That is the problem with the high rounds. I wish there was a way. Yeah, here's what Activision should do, dude. You should get milestones. So like every 50 rounds, you achieve a milestone, and then if you wanted to exfil and then come back tomorrow and play, you can start at round 100 or whatever milestone you reached, and it will be just as hard, but you would like save the game state.
It would be hard doing that.
Fantastic.
It would be hard though, because like think of like working up to that level, you're like mentally ready for it the entire time. You know what's going on. If you loaded up the game the next morning when you're somewhat tired and you start playing, you're dead within 2 minutes at a high level like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the trouble, is like you wouldn't be ready for the absolute onslaught of AI zombies, right? And then you'd just be dead. But that is a really good idea.
What people do now is they just get to 101 and then it's 3 a.m. and then they just pause the game, wake up the next morning to continue. It's kind of the same thing, right?
Well, those kids are on Adderall, so they can do that.
That is, of course, true.
Those kids snort G Fuel all day, most likely.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with snorting G Fuel.
Dusty, are you one of the people who listened to an episode, disliked it, and came back later? Or did you just love us from the outset?
I was just like, oh, well, this is just going to be an average podcast from the first time I listened to it. And then I started falling in love as I listened to more episodes.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay. That would be what I would expect to be the most common experience, but it's not the one I've heard the most. I still imagine that it is the most common, and the people who are saying they hated it first, there's a selection bias to where that's an interesting fact for them, so they share it more. I think that's probably what's going on. But anyways, Dusty Boy, any questions, comments for us?
No, I don't have anything.
I have a question for you, by the way. I like asking this question to people. Like, what is your favorite type of episode that we do?
Ooh,
like, do you like the Warzone roundtables? Do you like Q&A when people ask us who would be on top, who would be on bottom? Do you just like just talking about like the state of the game? What are your thoughts on that? What kind of episodes do you like?
I absolutely love the Warzone roundtables.
Interesting.
Award-winning, of course.
Why
yes.
is that?
Okay.
What do you like about them? Or do you not know, really?
I just like having a lot of people on the podcast.
Yeah, that vibe.
Like it's great to have a good chunk of people on the podcast every once in a while.
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
agree with that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because you kind of get sick of listening to the same two dickheads talk every single episode, so it's nice to get like some more people mixed in there every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's I get that too, because like as a podcast listener myself, like Joe Rogan back when he wasn't cucked, he would have his normal episodes with him and like one guest. And then every once in a while he'd have fucking 4 people on, and it would be like, this is an event, which is cool, and it totally changes the vibe and the atmosphere. And you almost feel like you're in the room, you know? I guess you kind of feel that way even when it's one-on-one, but more so when it's a group. So I could totally see the appeal of that, particularly in quarantine when people aren't leaving their homes. That might be like a good little feeling, I guess, not to get too, But
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
you know what I'm saying.
All I did during quarantine was played Warzone because that was the newest game out at the time.
Yeah, for sure. So cool. All right, Dusty boy. Well, I forgot to ask this of Boopsy, and I apologize, Boopsy. But anything you want to plug? Fucking socials, websites, companies, vaccine distributors. Any plugs?
Pfizer gang.
Okay. Any plugs you would like to make?
Twitch.tv/RagingDusty and YouTube.com/RagingDusty.
There we go. The same name on everything. Fantastic.
And all one word.
Yeah. Great name. Easy to remember. Got it.
Just
Perfect.
fantastic. Yeah. Don't change it. Keep it. Perfect. All right, Dusty. Well, I appreciate the time, man. Thank you. Hope that you have a good rest of your day. And we will hopefully see you next time.
Yeah,
Yep.
later, bud. Thank
Have
you.
a good
Appreciate
one.
it.
All right, you too, man. Later. All right.
Okay, next up is good old
D-Rock.
the Pizza Man. You can start. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. Keep going though.
Cool. Young D-Rock or old D-Rock with the fire snapbacks. You are live on the broadcast and your dumb fucking mic is also muted. I don't know if you're AFK. There we go. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. You sound like you're you sound like you're in the clouds, frankly. How many milligrams of THC have you put into your body today?
None yet today. That's
None
later.
yet. Oh, okay, interesting. So you just haven't used your voice once until right now, is that?
Oh no, I have. I've already been to my niece's graduation party this morning. So,
Well, that's entirely too early for. Why is a graduation party in the morning?
because usually there's like 15 to 20 graduation parties in a day. So my older sister decided it would be a good idea to have a brunch in the morning when there's no conflicts.
Brunch is fantastic, actually. So
Yeah.
Brunch. So brunch
Now,
is
did she
for
make you
white
cater it?
women.
I did not cater it. No,
she didn't.
No,
She didn't force you to cater it for free.
No,
Got it.
I blocked this weekend off on my calendar, so there was no catering events this entire weekend. So
Fantastic.
And was this
be
a
a
high school
participant.
graduation, by the way?
Yes. Yep.
Interesting. How far away was the event from your home?
45 minutes.
Okay, so let me be super clear. If I have anyone who is not my child graduating high school, not going farther than 10 minutes from my home to celebrate a graduation party for fucking high school, like this is an achievement. Hey, congrats on not dying till you were 18. That's actually the event.
You guys should have heard how mad he was when I went to Arizona a couple weeks ago. And I was like, oh, it's for a graduation. And Raz was like, oh, what was her major? Or he asked some question. I was like, it's high school. And he was like, you're driving to fucking Arizona for a high school graduation? You're for a graduation of what every single person in the country goes through. He was furious.
I'm still furious. Yeah, I think it's absurd. Driving 45 minutes. Now, if you like your, I don't know if it's an in-law, a brother-in-law, or an actual brother or sister, you know, if you like these people, then maybe.
I do.
Okay.
And I'm in Southeast Minnesota. Like literally, I live in the third largest city in the state. So everywhere I have to go, I have to drive. So it doesn't matter. I'm used to it.
So 45 minutes in Minnesota is literally like me walking down the street. It's
literally like it's what it would take you to get fucking 6 blocks in California.
Yeah, so that makes more sense. You just live in,
it's wide open here, man. It's just get on the highway and go.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So it's 45 minutes away, but it's probably 150 miles, right? And you're just fucking there.
Fucking going 90.
Well, I don't drive that fast, but sure.
Yeah, so D-Rock, I'm a little confused because we went to the P.O. box last week and there still wasn't a pizza just shoved in a Ziploc bag, shoved inside of a cardboard box in the P.O. box. So it's a little concerning to me.
It's funny because the Sean S that just joined the Patreon the other week, that's my best friend. We work together.
Yeah, you were telling us about it.
Yeah, I got him scammed, so now he's a patron. He's platinum. And,
absolutely scammed. Yeah.
I told him because he's who I work for now during the week. We got our general contractor's license, and then he's also been with me in the pizza truck since we started it. So
That's dope.
I told him, I said, hey, let's send these guys some of our carpentry business merch. And I'm like, I have a way to send them pizzas. But if I send you pizzas, you dumb fucks better get to the P.O. box the day they arrive so they don't go bad. I have a way. I know how to ship them now.
Well,
because we've tested it.
Well, we can get
traveling.
there. The bigger question is the United States Postal Service.
Yep.
Are they going to eat our pizza or lose our pizza, which is a fairly often occurrence with our post office here. I mean, frankly, I always get the wrong mail to my house. They're terrible.
So Leia sent us a cake, and it said it was delivered on a day, and then it was delivered on that day, but it was inaccessible to us for another 2 days. So I simply do not trust the United States Postal Service with any perishable. So as much as I would love to try a pie, it will simply get ruined by the ineptitude of the United States government and the federal just quagmire that is the Postal Service, which normally works pretty well, but not our fucking post office. Yeah, post office.
Yeah, she sent us because they take an image when the package is like dropped off, right? So Leia even sent us an image. She's like, well, why is it not there? And it was a picture of the Postal Service guy holding the box with a cake inside. And so I went to the P.O. box 20 minutes later, boom, wasn't there. I went 2 hours later that night, boom, wasn't there. Wasn't there till the next day. So frankly, the guy was deciding if he wanted to eat it or not. So then we ended up getting this perishable like 24 hours later, at least. Yep. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
Well, it was
still fine.
This will be incognito. It won't be in a normal. It won't be packaged in like Twisted Barrel wood fire pizza box. It will be in that box, but it will be inside another box that is inconspicuous.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
so that way no one has any idea, and it'll be So we've tested this with my dad. We cooked pizzas. We did not cut them. We cooked them. We plated them. We froze them and wrapped them up individually. And then he packed them on dry ice and drove to Arizona with them, and they were still frozen. So
damn.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's how we're going to do it.
So the trouble is I want mine piping hot straight out of the P.O. box. Let's figure out a way to keep it hot, right?
Well, you figure that out.
Okay, yeah.
And I've got
I'll put some thought into that.
Some ice we can sell to Eskimos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put like a nuclear reactor in it or something. I don't know how you would do that. Anyways, you met up with, you were a part of the second or maybe third, I think second ever.
Third.
Who was second?
Nick and Millie Boy.
Got it.
Nick
yes,
Cannon,
that's
Millie
right.
Boy, yeah.
That's right. Part of the third ever Dropshot meetup, because we, of course, we build communities, we build friendships, we make best mans, etc. Best men, I guess. You met up with another Minnesotan. I don't know why that so many of you people in Minnesota listen, by the way. Love it, don't get it. But anyways, you and McBango met up at your place of business to share a pie. Young McBango. How did that happen? How did that go?
Well, I watch his streams a lot because I like to snipe, and he's very, very good at sniping. So
yeah.
So instead of me doing all the homework and putting in the hours trying to figure out the drops and the leads and all that stuff, I watch his streams, so I know where to point my stupid stick and shoot.
Yeah.
So I watch his streams a lot, and then he said that he's in a city that's only about a little over an hour away from where I'm at, and I was gonna be at a brewery, and I'm like, dude, you should come check it out. And he's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna come get pizza. So he came, had pizza, and he sat in the truck while I cooked at a brewery for like 2 hours, and we just talked.
That's fucking cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. Bango's a cool dude, man. Like, we have lots of things that we can talk about, and he's super nice, he's super friendly, he's very intelligent. Yeah, he's tall. I'm bigger. I'm yeah, the whole shoulder thing. I'm like, Raz, you're mental, because I can't wear normal shirts because
shut the
they
fuck
don't
up.
make.
What do you weigh?
They don't make.
What do you weigh?
240.
How tall?
6 foot.
6 feet 240. Okay,
he's a general contractor, dude. He's gonna be built.
I mean,
listen, my skeletal I did one of those body composition scans. My skeletal muscle mass weighs more than you do with all of your body.
Skeletal muscle mass. That is
my skeletal muscle mass is 179 pounds with just muscle. That's nothing but my skeletal muscle. 179 pounds. So I do have some body fat, but
okay. Stop the cap. I'm gonna need to see those. I need to see those DEXA scan results.
Well, I'll have to go get it done again because
your skeleton itself, your brain, your organs, these weigh
skeletal muscle mass.
So does that include the skeleton itself?
I don't think it could possibly, but I don't think so because I don't remember how the scan was, but you have to get completely naked and stand on this machine and it scans your body.
Yeah, Raz would love to see your.
I've done a DEXA scan.
He would not love to see my scan because there's nothing. I don't have a giant white cock like he does. I'm very
okay. They create a report. They don't take nudes of you. Okay.
Right.
I don't know where you went. Maybe did they have to put you to sleep too to get the right results? Because you might have been molested. I don't know what the fuck you were doing. But at the DEXA scan I went to, they send you a report with analytics, not.
Well, I did it I had a printout, but I don't think I kept it. That was a year ago or so. So
that's very convenient. So,
but my forearms are bigger than your biceps. We'll just say that.
I believe that, but your skeleton, you might have a great skeleton, dude, and I'm happy for you. But the width of your shoulders on your skeleton are simply less than mine.
I had my wife measure the bone to bone. She measured it. It was 18.5 inches.
Okay, that was my rough measurement as well. And I'm going to do an official measurement to confirm that. Or it's probably more. But, is your wife stat padding? Are you lying? Did you conveniently misremember just like you forgot to save the DEXA scan? Interesting questions,
I didn't even tell her. I didn't even tell her why she was doing it. I told her I just wanted to know. But from the wide point to the wide point, it's 22 inches.
Yeah, that makes sense because
But yes. So back to the whole the skeleton thing. I have incredible bone density, and here's why I know this. I donated bone marrow 6 years ago. I signed up for the registry, Be the Match, which everyone should do. And I got a call that I matched someone. There was a 44-year-old woman in France at the time who had AML, which is acute something leukemia. It's a crazy bad cancer. Wow. I got called. I called them back, and I went through all the scans, all the tests, and they found out I was almost an exact match. So they said the doctors said they'll accept stem cells, but they would prefer bone marrow if you're willing. And I said, yeah, I'm willing. It's fine. So being that I live in the home of, the world's #1 medical facility, Mayo Clinic, I went in and they keep you overnight. So my doctor was this lovely Indian man who was the funniest guy I've ever had any interactions with. Came into the room the next day to discharge me. They gave me a pack of lifesavers because that's what they do. And he told me, he said, Mr. Chapman, he said, I have 3 more of these this week. And he said, if anybody is as difficult as you are, he goes, I will literally die. They can only keep you under for an hour and a half for this procedure. And they had to keep me under for the entire hour and a half to get 1.5 liters of bone marrow out of my body because he had so much trouble getting through.
For a bone marrow,
because it's it's super painful.
They used to not do that then.
They used to not. They do now. But he said that it was so hard to get through the bone into the cavity where the marrow is that he said he couldn't move his hands later the rest of the day. So
that would imply your skeleton weighs more than the average person, right?
It could, but I just have good bone density from being a athlete all my life.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
What is that website called? Somebody in chat is asking.
BeTheMatch.org.
BeTheMatch.
That's cool of you, by the way.
Yeah, that is a cool story.
And my wife's also donated a kidney to a coworker.
God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Is that where they cut off part of it and it grows back, or am I thinking of a different organ?
No, that's the liver. No,
okay.
Her kidney. My wife only has one kidney now.
And does that change how she lives? Can she eat pizza, for example?
Of course she can eat pizza. Yeah.
What do kidneys do?
They filter blood. They help your body with urine and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Kidneys is the thing. Yeah, you don't even need 2 kidneys. I think you're actually
you
perfectly fine with one. Like there's almost no issue whatsoever only having one.
And her one kidney functioned at such a high rate that she's almost like she's operating on 2 with just 1. So
yeah. Good genes.
Mm-hmm.
You squirt any into that one? How many kids do you have?
3.
Nice. They're going to have good kidneys too.
Let's hope so.
Daughters with good kidneys. That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, D-Rock, any questions, comments for us?
So, okay, I'm going to go through the list. I started on episode 56. Less than 10 minutes in, I shut you off and deleted it. And then I got so...
Why?
Thanks for the submarinos and the gifty boys and the fucking air horns.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, when the fuck is he going to talk about the game? I'm like,
we
really?
don't. Yeah,
okay.
It's not really
so
a Call of Duty podcast.
I deleted it. I ran out of podcasts to listen to. I was doing a mowing job that took me like 8 hours, and I was so fucking bored that I'm like, fine, I'll fucking listen to it again. I skipped past all that bullshit, was listening, and I was like, okay, I kind of enjoy this. And then I kept listening. So I've been listening since episode 56.
That's
let's
quite a while.
Yeah.
It's like almost a year.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun. And now as you guys have progressed, you guys have refined and polished your presentation, which is really what keeps me coming back. I don't give a fuck about the game. The game's stupid. I play it, but
we agree. Yeah.
As soon as June 11th gets here, I probably won't turn Warzone on for a while.
Why is that?
The new Ratchet and Clank for PS5 exclusive comes out,
and
I'm a big fan of those games.
That's old school. Yep, that's old.
I really enjoyed those games
as a boy.
Yeah, well, I'm a 40-year-old boy, so.
Well, yeah, you do listen to this podcast. So that's fair. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's one of the big advantages of timestamps, I think, too. That if someone is new and they're like, why the fuck are these announcements 40 minutes? Let me get past this. Jesus Christ, they can just skip past it.
Yeah.
Which is something you might have done if that option was available. Interesting. Makes sense.
I wouldn't have, but I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I think most people actually wouldn't, but some might. But yeah, I hear you. So
the whole podcast Discord thing, it's all new to me because I'm old. So
yeah, well, you are of course a boomer. So anyway, interesting. Thank you for that. Any questions, comments, concerns?
I guess one question, like, so what's the etiquette if I'm online playing and I see you're both online and it says you're both joinable? Should the appropriate step be to message you first, say, hey guys, can I play with you, or join up and then you guys just kick me out?
The etiquette is to DM, like, hey, are you full, or something.
Got it.
This isn't just for us, by the way, and you're a boomer, so I'll help you with this. By the way, many fucking people don't know this, which is shocking to me. Even before I had a fucking podcast, when I had 10 friends, people would just join.
You never had that many.
Well, 10 friends on added people to fuck you, Tanner. People would just join. I'd be like, dude, I'm full, or I'm waiting for someone. Like, stop it. Just message first. This is not like specific to Tanner and I. This is just in general.
Sure.
You ask. Yeah, that is the.
And I'm not that guy that just joins the party and doesn't announce my arrival.
Exactly. Yeah. And the fact that you merely thought to ask illustrates that point, that you're a decent person with just a modicum of intelligence, social intelligence, and awareness. But yeah, just DM, hey, you guys full? And then go from there.
Best way to do
etiquette. Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you, King.
Oh, I gotta answer Tanner's other question. I like the episodes where you guys go behind the scenes. So like the Patreon that just got released today,
fantastic.
that'll be because since I own a business, like I like to hear other people going through the process that I've gone through. So to me, that's entertaining, and I learn things that I may not have known. Or I think of something like, "Hey, I should DM Tanner on Discord so it gets read."
Yes,
that, you guys should do this or try this or look into this.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we want that. We definitely want that. That's part of the impetus for why we do those behind the scenes episodes. Like, for example, we were talking about the store. And then someone, Boopsy, DM'd Tanner with like a lot of good info, and Tanner and I have been talking about it. Yeah. So that's another reason we do it, is like, we're fucking new at this, and I know that there are a ton of people in this community who are old and successful and way more successful than us and have way more experience than us in literally every arena, but it'll just be different people. So if we're talking about fucking taxes, someone here is a professional. If we're talking about, heart surgery, someone here is a professional. Small business owning, someone here is a professional. And we want those DMs and those insights for sure. So that's cool. That's good to hear. So yeah, cool, man. All right. Well, as a small business owner of what I've heard is an excellent, a smashing establishment, a pizzeria. It's not a pizzeria, I guess. It's a traveling pizzeria. It's a mobile pizzeria. It is an on-demand pizzeria. Where can people find you? What is the name of your establishment? Any plugs to
it's Twisted Barrel Woodfire Pizza. The website is twistedbarrelpizza.com.
That's a good pizza name, by the way. Twisted Barrel.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
It's because beer is measured in barrels, and I used to brew for 12 years, and I was going to have a brew pub with beer and pizza, and I failed to get enough financing for the beer side, so I just went pizza.
Yeah.
Man, you're a man of many talents.
And shit is cringe. Fuck the state, honestly.
It's the TTB portion is a nightmare. So thanks,
Jesus Christ, your pizzas are way too cheap. Raise those prices now.
Yeah, let's price gouge more.
It's $9, $10, and $11 for the pizzas.
Oh, that's ridiculous. They should be $20.
Well,
we're just used to living in Southern California. It doesn't matter. It'd still be $20 plus out of the food
You're
truck.
right. It would be, but I don't care. I know how to cost my food. I owned a restaurant for 2 years too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I got it down to a science.
Got it. Cool. I'll just shut up now. Got it. Thanks.
Tanner's never even made a pizza in his life. He doesn't even know how to make DiGiorno's, and he's telling you how to price. It's just embarrassing, really.
Well, you guys will have to reheat when I send those pizzas. You'll have to heat them back up on the grill. That'll be the best way to enjoy them.
Raz doesn't know how to use his grill.
Piping hot. Well, his dad can do it for him.
My dad can do it for me. He is actually a grill master, dude. He's been grilling for longer than I've been alive. All right. Well, twistedbarrel.com. If you live
Twisted Barrel Pizza.
Sorry.
You dumb shit, Raz.
Sorry.
Twisted Barrel will take you to a gun rifle barrel manufacturer.
Oh. Which you also own,
which
of course.
Maybe you should visit afterward, but go to twistedbarrelpizza.com first. If you live in Minnesota, go meet up with him, patronize him, and support him, take pictures.
So I can send these dumb shits more money.
Exactly. Be like Bango. Meet up with D-Rock. Eat a delicious pizza. All right, buddy. We appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And glad we could get you in this time. Third time's the charm, as they say.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Keep entertaining. It's fun.
All right,
thanks,
buddy.
dude.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Later. Cool.
All right. Next on the list here is Caden.
Yeah.
Assist King. Change it.
Caden, Assist King. Change it. You are on the line. I'm going to go blow my nose, but I'm listening. So how you doing, buddy? Unmute your dumb fucking microphone. You absolute Mormon. How you doing, buddy? Cool.
Got it. Caden, you're free to speak. Caden, come in. Caden. Paging Caden. Okay, you better figure out your mic. We're going to drag somebody else in. Until then.
Caden, clear to communicate.
Earth to Caden.
Caden,
he's gone. Cool. Next up, Ronnie.
Yep. All right.
Caden, fix your mic, Caden. Got it.
See ya. Ronnie, does your mic fucking work?
You have a working microphone.
Ronnie, can you hear us?
I'm here.
All right.
He's here. Ronnie is here.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Ronnie, narrow shoulders, stat pattern, welcome. How you doing, little buddy?
Having trouble fitting through doors, but other than that, I'm good.
Oh, shut up.
Ronnie is a handsome kid, by the way. Young guy, too. I think you've told me, but I've of course forgotten, but 22.
20.
Ooh, see? Real young. Yeah. Anyways.
20. Oh my gosh, yeah.
What's up, Ronnie boy? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Chilling. You sound tired because you just
No,
yawned.
I just had.
Are we boring you, Ronnie? Just be honest.
Wait,
hey,
what?
are we boring you?
No. Somebody showed up at my house. So I had my girlfriend sit here and wait if y'all called my name. So now I sprinted out here.
Oh, I see.
Whew.
At your house.
Somebody's dropping off their dog.
Oh
Little
god.
dog sitting? Is it a cute dog at least?
Yeah, it's a little basset hound.
Oh, okay.
Let's not say that's cute.
Basset hound?
Well,
All dogs
subjective,
are cute,
so.
That is true.
Let's stop the cap.
You have
Okay.
cats.
So,
Fuck you,
Ronnie, an interesting member of this community, a renowned stat patter, of course, and we do expect those measurements, but I'm going to make a video to demonstrate the correct technique, and then we'll all go from there. I might get that done tomorrow, but besides that, we will set that aside for now. When did you start listening to this program? Because I remember you joined the Patreon, or at least you joined the Hangouts, maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah, 99 or 100. Was 100 the one when the patrons called in for like the 100th episode? Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one then.
Okay, so about 5 months you've been listening.
Yeah.
Okay, so you joined the Patreon pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's some king shit right there.
He's a smart young man for sure.
A wise young man. He will go far in life, obviously. Now, Ronnie, fuck, what was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah, so why did you start listening to the program? Did you just look for a Call of Duty podcast, or did someone tell you about it?
I was working and I ran out of podcasts. I looked up Call of Duty and y'all's came up. So I just tried it. I liked it, though. I never not liked it.
Interesting.
Yeah. You did start listening later, though, because a lot of these people started listening, as D-Rock was saying, pretty early, and it was very unrefined.
Yeah,
it was
a disaster.
It was,
frankly.
yeah.
Well, my first one was the call-in. I just thought it was cool how, like, y'all knew all the community. So it was like, oh, I want to join that. You know what I mean? It wasn't, the first one wasn't a podcast, so I thought it was neat.
That is pretty neat. It's weird that you that your first episode was the call-in.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, they know all these dudes' names? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we can read, contrary to popular belief. No, but I'm kidding. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's cool. That's interesting. And then Ronnie, you are of course on a keyboard and mouse, which is something I stan, obviously. Also a good player. Now you're young, so of course, but how long have you been playing Call of Duty games?
On keyboard and mouse or general?
In general.
Black Ops 2.
And then when did you switch to KBAM?
A year ago.
Okay. For MW then.
Yeah.
And did that just correspond with when you got a PC?
Yeah, well, yeah, because when I graduated, I spent some of my graduation money and bought a PC. So then.
Good move.
Yeah, that was the end of Black Ops 4. Yeah, I got it at the end of Black Ops 4, but then the first Call of Duty would have been Modern Warfare, right? Yeah.
So you never played BO4 on PC at all then, did you?
No, it was on PlayStation.
I was gonna say,
damn, we probably played against you.
We 100%. We've played against literally anyone that played
I
Black Ops 4 on
body shot
PC.
you, of course.
We've shot their bodies, yeah. Yeah. That's funny that you say that, actually, because when I graduated college, my parents were like, oh, for your like present, we'll like rent out like a beach house in Newport for you to like vacation in. And I was like, nah, just give me that money instead.
Yeah, good call.
And then
really?
I bought a new PC with it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah,
idea.
when I was younger, my mom would ask me like every birthday party. She's like, do you want a birthday party this year? Like where we can like go somewhere and you can invite friends, or do you just want me to spend more on like a gift? I was like, why would I want a birthday party? I don't
last
care.
a day.
I have like 4 friends. I don't need a birthday party. Just give me a better gift. What are you talking about? So that's what I did every year. And I still to this day hate birthday parties. So thanks, Mom. You ruined my childhood. Just kidding. It was my choice.
Well, fuck your mom.
But yeah, always take the gift for sure. Or the money.
Always go with the gift.
Fuck the event.
I'm still using the PC I spent my graduation money on, by the way, right now. It's my stream PC. That PC I spent. Or I could have had a fun 2 days in Newport 5 years ago or whatever. Like, of course, that was the right move.
Yeah. You got a job out of this.
Yeah. Well.
Debatable, but.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting. Okay. How did you enjoy our last hangout?
Last night?
The one prior, the shirtless extravaganza.
Oh, it was something. I was so nervous to turn my camera on because it's weird. In real life, I don't mind talking to people, but online, dude, I get so nervous to talk to people.
Really?
It's more weird, isn't it?
Yes, way more weird. Especially when you can't see their face. I was nervous to turn my camera on.
That is so it was great. Odd.
Yeah, like it's the exact opposite. Like in the lobby, I'm so quiet, but in real life, I talk a lot.
Interesting. Well, you overcame your fears. How soon did you get comfortable? You ended up taking off your shirt, so clearly you got comfortable, but how long did that take?
Immediately, really.
Yeah.
Well, everyone took the shirt off except for Jacob Down.
Well, but he forced me. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm a cult leader, and I peer pressured all of you. Yeah, that is, of course, true. And we'll edit that out, obviously. So, yeah, very cool. Very interesting. What do you enjoy more? Warzone Customs, which you've been a part of, or not Warzone Customs, which you've also been a part of?
Hangouts, just normal hangouts.
Just talking. Have you ever done like Scriblio with us?
Yeah, I did. I suck at it though.
Yeah. How does that compare to not doing a goddamn thing in your mind?
Scriblio is better than Customs, but just hanging out is better than both.
Interesting. I kind of am with
Correct
you there.
Answer.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that. Because then, people can talk about whatever they want, really.
Scriblio's fun too for like a round, but then after that it starts.
And especially like
it's fun talking shit to each other.
You each get to go 3 times. Then when you have like 30 people,
it takes a while.
So many,
Yeah. True. So
we still have yet to find a game where you can use a bunch of people. Like people have said like, oh, you guys need to try this website, and then we go and look and it's like 8 people max. It simply won't work. I don't.
Yeah, but hanging out ends up being fun.
Yeah.
It sounds so stupid, but it's the most fun.
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
So were you skeptical when you came to it then? Did you think it was going to be dumb?
Well, no, my thing was more like, I'm just so young, and I know most of y'all are like, well, not y'all, but some people are so old, so I just didn't know, like.
Yeah, we're some old fucks for sure.
I don't know.
No, finish your thought, Ronnie. I don't know where you were going.
I didn't know what y'all would be talking about to like have any input.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, a lot. So that's a good...
Hey, know what we talked about? Shoulders. So.
Yeah, right. But I didn't know. I'm talking about my first hangout. Now I obviously know, but my first one, I didn't know what I was getting into.
Well, I think something for you and other young men and women in the community should think about is that like, when we do these hangouts, like we will have fucking adults in there, but that shouldn't turn you off. Like we'll have fucking Mullet, we'll have Viking, we'll have like GWS, we'll have a lot of like grown ass people who are like professionals. And I'm not gonna sit here and fucking, have input on the Securities and Exchange Commission, but Mullet will, so I can just ask him questions and then I'll learn a lot. And if you're like someone else like you, Ronnie, who doesn't even know what questions to ask or anything, you might want to come just to fucking listen.
Yeah, right. That's what I was gonna say. I just kind of listen more than I talk.
Yeah,
they're just fun to hear though, especially when y'all get off topic. It's fun.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's better hanging out with people older than you usually, because it's like this is a podcast anyway, so we don't have a ton of 14-year-olds because their brain can't comprehend listening to anything for longer than 12 seconds, so they don't listen. So we don't have a bunch of 12-year-old, 14-year-olds. We have a few, but the ones that we do have, you can tell they're way more mature than other kids their age, because kids just don't listen to podcasts. That's the other good thing. But it's like,
right.
Even when I was younger and playing like Call of Duty and like this other game that I played for a long time called SWAT 4, it's like I hated playing with people my age because they were fucking annoying. So I would prefer, I was like 14 at the time, and I would love playing with dudes like in their 20s because they weren't stupid and annoying. And I want
to clear. I'm not uncomfortable anymore. I'm in my first time. I was. Now it's great.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
we were just.
But and the question you asked about what podcast, like what kind of podcast is the best? The one when y'all talk the least about Call of Duty are the best ones.
Yeah.
We
hear that.
Hey, that may be tonight.
If y'all just talked about stuff, be way better.
Yeah.
Because the game sucks.
I agree. I think in the long-term plan is to continue using Call of Duty as the fucking fly trap to get all of you in here. Because if our podcast title was a podcast about stuff. No,
right. Yeah,
you wouldn't have found it.
Yeah.
No one would be here, So I think what we're going to end up doing at some point is not for quite a while. So relax if you like Call of Duty, but is like taking an established listener base who already agrees that it's better when you guys don't talk about this dog shit game, and be like, all right, bet we're doing a podcast now about a second podcast about not COD. Or just transforming this into a podcast about not COD. I think that's kind of the long term.
Yeah, that'd be like way down the line though.
Yeah, it's down the line for sure. But that is something I think we're gonna end up wanting to do. Because which we've talked about before. But yeah, I hear you.
Because at some point I won't be able to mentally play Call of Duty anymore.
Yeah, you're gonna have. I mean. You're already starting, right? Your vision's failing. Your 1080p monitor certainly isn't helping because I have 1440 and you don't.
Got it.
So that's not helping. Your reflexes are worse. Well, I'll edit that out.
Got it.
You're, of course, dying. So the tremors are going to come soon. And then, the dementia is going to set in, and then you won't be able to play this game anymore. We're going to have to transfer. So, yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, Ronnie boy, any questions, comments for us?
Yeah, I had a question. I've been doing solo trios to try to practice, because a lot of times the people I play with, they'll die and I'll still be left. Do you find that's a viable way to practice 1v3?
I think it is great practice doing that. Now, I've done it a few times, but I don't do it often. Because usually if I'm playing, I have a group to play with anyways. I don't, because I'm not like playing in the morning or late at night. But there are a few guys here that do that a lot. I know L2K does that often to practice. A lot of the pro guys do that often to practice. And it seems to work very well. So yeah, I mean, if your team's that bad, you're just, you're just dying all the time anyways. But also, I feel like if you're playing solo trios, you're also getting easier lobbies. They're probably not putting you in the hardest skill-based matchmaking bracket since they know there's only one of you. So it's like, it's good practice because you're probably not going to go up against, 3 guys that have like 4.0 KDs. You're probably going to go up against more average players. So it's better practice just to see like how to react in those situations and like how to move around the map so that, you can get it down, played up, get in a good position to get the second down. So yeah, I think that's really good practice. It looks fun too, because it's honestly playing solos versus trios is probably more fun than just playing solos because not everyone's sitting in buildings. People are moving.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is not exactly. I'll answer your question in a second, Ronnie. But I will also say, if you're playing like trios or quads, and like your entire team is like way worse than you are, you should consider not rezzing them until you squad wipe every time. This is something that like Jake, for example, does. And L gets mad at him for it because L is small brain. and he needs to work on getting big brain. But like when I play with Jake, for example, or Lag Show, too, a lot of times we're in like a team fight. I'll get downed and I'll think I'm maybe safe, but it's not like super clear. They might just like, they're either going to squad wipe or I'm just going to bleed out. And it's like, I don't care. Like, cause I'll just buy you back later. If I go res you now and die while I'm resing you, then we're all dead. So it's going to be better even for the person who's downed, to just like let them do their thing. And then if they squad wipe, they can res, or if I just bleed out, that's fine. They can buy me back later. That is something that you're going to have to probably do if you're playing with people worse than you. Maybe even give them a pep talk. I don't know how close of friends you are, but if they're like pretty good friends of yours, you could be like, hey, look, guys, if you get downed, I'm not resing you unless you see team wiped on your screen. Stay mad. Don't care. I'll buy you back later. And then you can still do the 1v3s that you're asking for, but you'll at least have your teammates to talk, live ping for you while you're downed, have fun with, and then you could just buy them back later after you get the 1v3, rather than having to go out of your way to do it yourself.
That's a good point. I've never even thought about that.
Because how many, just think about it now, close your eyes and reminisce. How often do you guys lose because you're resing one of your guys who's down and saying, res me, res me, res me, res me?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good point.
So just tell them, no, not resing you. It's not safe. Do you want us all to die? No. Okay, then shut the fuck up and live ping for me, and I'll buy you back later, or I'll squad wipe and res you after that. That's something I would do. But also, have you ever tried solo duos?
Yeah, no, those are fun too. I just play with 3 people more.
I would.
So I figured like practicing with trios would make more sense.
Sort of. Depends on if it's going well. Like if you're playing solo trios right now and you're like doing okay, then sure, keep doing it. But if you're really struggling, I would say start with solo duos, because that's also going to be pretty representative of what'll happen in your trios matches. Because like if it's,
we'll at least get it down usually.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Say that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then it would be effectively 1v2.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider as well. But yeah. All right, Ronnie boy. Anything else?
No. Oh yeah, one more thing. When you measure the shoulders, make sure to add in that posture matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because correct posture is ear directly in line with shoulder.
Ear in line with shoulder.
Yeah, you want to be sitting to where your ear is in line with your shoulder. That's good posture.
Okay, well, your shoulders are narrow because my ears are literally a foot from my shoulder blade. Here's my ear. Here's my shoulder. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like an imaginary line, though. Like, they should be parallel with each other. You see? No, your head's too...
Oh, parallel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, have a straight back. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. That's not puffing chest or stat padding. Yes.
What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to stand up straight on a fucking wall, and then I'm going to mark where my shoulder blades are, and then measure the distance after the markings are made.
Fair.
So if I'm touching a wall, then I'm vertical. Unless the wall isn't vertical, but I'll have to contact my contractor and see if this building's up to code. All right, Ronnie, where can people find you?
I only have Instagram, so...
If you want to plug it, you can plug it now.
Yeah, I can. It's Renfro_18.
Change it.
Change it.
That's my last name, dude.
Change your last name.
Well,
yeah, go visit the municipality nearest you. Change your legal name. All right, buddy. Well, check out his Instagram. He's a handsome kid. Not single, but if you're a home wrecker, consider DMing him.
How do you figure I'm not single? How did you figure? Never mind. Doesn't matter.
You said the beginning of this conversation your girlfriend was waiting.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
Like what?
So. Okay, that's it. I'm good.
All right, Ronnie. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Love you. Hopefully, we'll talk to you next time.
Yep. Later, boys.
All right, buddy.
Later, bud.
Let's try Caden again. Caden.
Okay.
There we go.
He got it. Let's go.
What was the issue?
So my issue was I was trying to do it through my phone since I don't have a PC yet because, I'm waiting on that 3060 to be available for a year and a half now.
I know.
But
okay. Well, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'll get my Venmo at the end of this. See if anybody would.
Caden's Fez GG. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
well,
all
I just
connecting.
changed his Discord name because I couldn't stand it. So
Oh my goodness.
now he has both names.
I see. So L2K's teammate. Oh, the Mormons were on the same team. Coincidence or divine providence? You tell me.
Conspiring.
Wait, he's one of the Mormons?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good little debate. Yeah, Caden, how are you? How did you enjoy our great discussion on Mormonism, the divine, etc.?
I mean, it was a pretty great discussion. It lasted until like 4 a.m. So, maybe I'm not all there, but I did enjoy it, especially with those shirts off, makes it more personal.
It makes it more personal. Yeah, absolutely. What was your impression of L2K's Mormon friend or roommate?
Oh, I liked him. He's you could definitely tell a lot more. I don't know. There's always like a vibe, you can figure out if somebody is a member or a member of some church, you get a vibe from them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that was a good time. Those are discussions I obviously really enjoy.
That was my first one too. So that was
Oh, really?
Do you want to come in? Yeah, that was my first hangout where we just talked. But the first one was the gunfight, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Got it. Yeah. Okay, very cool.
Yeah, that shirtless hangout, by the way, was the first hangout for many people, which is funny because like
it was. BB was in a blender, dude.
There were like 4 or 5 people that had never been to one that showed up to that one and all had their shirts off. So
Yep.
Z-Bib.
Dude, BBMF, I think it might have been Z-Pib's first hangout too. I'm not sure.
It was. He signed up for the Patreon 5 minutes before, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. So he was probably confused, but BB was the one voicing it the most. He was like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? It was so goddamn funny, dude. Good old BB, Florida boy. Anyways, so when did you start listening to the show?
I started listening to the show about December of 2019, so it's been almost a year. So
2020, yeah.
Yeah, 2020, around that time.
Okay. Quite a while.
Yeah, so when I first watched it is because I got Xbox for the first time, so I've always been like a Pokemon rat and nerd.
Oh, nice.
But I got that way because I went because of my bachelor party, and so I was like, hell, I'm gonna try out Warzone. I played like with my friends' Xboxes. When you come over, you play Halo and stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
So when I got it, I searched up like a Call of Duty podcast, and you guys popped up as my first search on Spotify.
Let's go,
and I started
baby.
listening. I think it was my experience when I stopped listening, and then when I came back on, that episode was when you guys held the podcast hostage for around an hour until somebody subscribed or something to the Patreon. And I was so freaking pissed. I'm like, these guys literally held me for a whole hour while I'm putting together doors, carpentry, and I'm like,
so funny.
the fuck is this? And so I turned it off, and I was like, well, I should probably give it another chance. Maybe they finally did get a Patreon, them rap scums. And then I listened. And it was like about 15-20 minutes, so I was okay with that.
Interesting.
Oh my God.
Very interesting. That's fucking hilarious.
We've held a few episodes hostage, actually.
And we'll fucking do it again. Patreon.com/thedropshot. You know the vibes.
It pissed me off so bad because I was already like having I think I was assembling doors and stuff, and so I was already pissed because there's just like slivers in my hands.
Yeah, these splinters and paper cuts. Yeah, that's not a good combo for sure. Well, you should have joined the Patreon. You could have stopped the madness.
I know.
Okay, interesting. So about a year. When did you join the Patreon for the tournament? Yeah,
so when you guys started doing the tournament, I was like, heck, I'm gonna try it out to see how it goes. It was the best $20 I got scammed on. Still got scammed because then my card got declined and I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah. Well.
I called Patreon and I called my Venmo card and I was like, what is going on? He's like, well, I don't know. And then the other guys were like, yeah, I don't know. So I had to ask my wife to use her card, and now I give her money so I could be on the pod.
That is odd. Interesting.
It was an odd experience. I don't know. A couple
people.
I'm getting my other card soon.
You're not the only one who's had billing fucking oddities with Patreon, unfortunately. But by and large, they're pretty good. But interesting. Okay. How'd you like the gunfight tournament?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was really awesome. You know, I got scared. Well, I laughed super hard when Elle was shooting Bjorn's body the entire time.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm like, Elle, shoot the other person. The other person's coming on you.
You guys almost lost that round, too.
We almost did lose that round.
That was fucking hilarious. I was praying you guys lost just so I could laugh at Elle for losing for such a dumb play.
Did you sign up for the Rebirth tournament yet? Are you gonna play in that one?
Yeah, I did, and Goated is pretty stickler on the hard cap of 4 point whatever it is, like 4.25.
Yeah.
And so what I had to, me and Bango and I think Shido are gonna be on a team, and for me to be in it, I had to drop my KD 0.03%. And so what I did is I queued into 23 games and died twice.
Oh my god!
Every single one.
Well, what if Bango or Shido's KD goes up over the next couple weeks?
Hoping not. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit there and keep dropping.
Holy fuck!
Yeah. The funniest thing is
That's a team to look out for. Wow.
Yeah, I would jump out of the plane, smack straight on the ground, and there would already be somebody waiting for me in the gulag. And I was kind of sad because like this one person's actually trying to play the game while I'm over here being a rat, trying to lower my KD.
God.
You know, reverse boosting.
Actually,
and then I would be doing jukes around them, just having fun.
Yeah.
So that's a stacking pest team right there. You guys are literally, you guys are reverse boosting to get in the KD cap. Interesting.
Exactly.
Got it.
Good.
Yeah.
Got it. Noted.
But,
yeah. So I'll be DMing Goat. Your guys' team is officially disqualified, of course.
Yeah. You guys are. This is breaking the rules now.
I'm not wasting 30 games just for disqualified.
Yeah. We wouldn't do that. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions, concerns, comments for us?
I love this podcast, but my question I wanted to ask if you guys would do an S tier, like a tier list at some point of like people you watch, but who are your like top 5 like Warzone players and why do you choose them? Because I've been trying to find
in terms of skill or enjoy watching.
You could do skill, enjoy watching. Like I love like Tfue if you watch him and Symphony, but
okay.
But what are your guys' what do you guys look forward to?
Tanner?
Oh boy, top 5. I almost don't watch Warzone streamers outside of people in this community, to be honest.
Okay.
But if we're gonna talk about like top streamers, Huskers is very entertaining. I like Huskers more than some other. Well, his gameplay, I'm saying.
His gameplay,
not
is
him.
Entertaining.
Oh, he's the least entertaining, but his gameplay is great. I like him a little bit more just because he's on KBAM and most of the pros aren't. Joe Woe is super exciting to watch because of his movement. Nate Gibson is fun to watch, although he doesn't play Warzone all the time, which makes me furious. I don't know. If we're talking about big streamers, that's probably pretty much it. I don't really watch a ton of them play, but I like those 3.
Okay.
Mine are number 1 is Nate Gibson for me when he is playing Warzone.
Yeah.
Thought of who?
Fizz. I like watching Fizz.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fizz too, but yeah, number 1 for me is Nate easily. He's just so insane. And I remember the first time he was streaming Warzone, I was like, ooh, how is Nate gonna do in Warzone? Because the like time to kill is different, the fucking game is different. Insanely well, by the way, was the answer. There will be times where he'll be a fresh spawn with a pistol and he'll kill 3 people who have loadout. He's just so fucking insane. He's so good. Oh my god, I love Nate. Anyways, Nate is 1. I like Symphony too. Symphony is like entertaining and good. So he's cool to watch.
He is really good.
He's really good, yeah. Tfue is fun to watch too. I don't think he's particularly entertaining as like a like a personality, but he's not
he's
like
a dickhead, but
he's not like
pretty much a
boring
dick,
or
but
anything.
he's really good.
But he's fucking insane, dude. And he's a RAM user. He's a RAM main. So he's a RAM stan. He spreads the word of the RAM. That is my
I think
god.
he's what he calls himself is a rammer.
Does he actually?
He calls himself the rammer. He one of his loadouts is the rammer.
I love that.
He runs that and a shotgun, like street sweeper. That takes 3 minutes of his stream to get a load up.
I've been seeing too many street sweepers in Warzone, and I'm starting to get annoyed.
Yeah.
A lot of people running them right now.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Tifu's good. Yeah. I don't watch him too often, though. But Fizz, I love to watch, too, because he's fucking insane. And he plays a lot of Rebirth, which is actually...
Yeah.
Rebirth, for me, is like less fun to play, but more fun to watch than Warzone.
I think I agree.
Because they're just right into the action. And, like, Fizz just... doesn't matter what gun he uses. He doesn't even like really care that much about loadout. He's just like, oh, this will work. Just start destroying people. That's what I noticed about a lot of the really good players. They're not super concerned with like, oh, I don't like this ground loot. It's like, don't care. I'll use it and it'll work. Like, must be nice. Yeah. And then... Yeah, Huskers I actually watch a lot of, but personality-wise, not super entertaining. Nothing against him, I guess, but anyways, whatever. I guess that would be my list, so.
Awesome. Yeah. That's about the same list I would have. I started watching Nate Gibson since you guys mentioned him, and also like TGD. I started watching him about it.
TGD we love. Unfortunately, his internet's not working, but he would be on there too.
Yeah, I'm excited to join the KBAM and like the PC, but it's really like just trying to get a GPU, and that's all I need. I bought everything before the whole shortage,
I know, it sucks,
but
man.
I'm waiting just for that one thing. So
it sucks.
Once I do it, I'll start wiping little Timmys.
Let's go, dude.
I'll chill with my 50 frames per second on my console.
Well, we've got our fingers crossed for you, bud. Any plugs? Anything you want to promote?
Caden Climate on Venmo. Send me money.
Say that again. Caden Climate?
Klein Man. So like Calvin Klein, but man on the end.
CADENCLINEMAN. One word.
So it'd be KLEINMAN.
Oh, Calvin Klein. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Calvin Klein. Yeah.
On Venmo.
On Venmo. If you want to do it. It's more of a joke because I don't plan on anybody doing it.
Send him money so that he can fucking buy a scalped 3060 for $3,000, please. Thank you.
Yeah, please do.
Cool.
Poor rat console fuck over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Make his dreams come true. All right, Caden. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Again, really enjoyed the hangout we had, and hopefully we'll do it again soon.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Later, bud.
Okay.
All
right, so Santeria, and then we'll finish it off with Jax. That's the list they were in.
Santeria, you're live on the fucking air. Can you hear us? And can we hear you? What's up, buddy?
Just grinding out some gold camos and M-dub.
Now, Santeria, you sound like so change that, but you do sound like a handsome young man. Is that correct?
Nah, no, not at all.
You sound like Default. Oh, Default, by the way, DFALT, I fucking love watching his streams. He like only plays Warzone solos like super late at night, but he's just fucking insane, dude. He's really fun to watch too. So
Warzone solos at late night sounds like a nightmare.
It does, but he's so good that he makes it work. That's why he's fun to watch. I love that.
He has like an 8.0 KD.
Yeah, and your voice reminded me of him. But anyways, what's up, man? How you doing?
Not much. This is to Caden. Don't waste your money on a 3060.
Why is that?
Interesting.
It's the memory has a 192 bit rate, and a 3060 Ti has a 256. So even though it has more RAM, it's significantly worse.
Yeah, 3060. Yeah, he should actually try to get a 3060 Ti or a 3070 would be ideal.
3070 is better than the 60 Ti, though, right?
Yeah, I have a fun story for you guys.
Okay.
My boss had a GTX 1660 in his office, and I was like, "Hey, how much you want for that?" Because he's a boomer. consumer. He doesn't game. He was going to use it for his really old computer that he couldn't even put it in, so he gave it to me for free.
No.
So I had that. I had an SSD, and I had a 10700F laying around. So I went on eBay, and what did I do? I bought a gutted Dell G5. And somebody, just to throw it in. And I was like, let's fire it up and just, see how shit Warzone is on this. I get the exact same frames as I do on my $4,000 PC.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's because this game is such
mad.
dog shit and poorly optimized. What's your processor on your main comp?
10850K.
And the GPU?
What's the GPU?
3060 Ti with 32 gigs of G-Skill RAM.
So even with that processor, you're still bottlenecked by the CPU, I would imagine.
I don't know. I thought I was buying a solid CPU.
What? How many frames do you get on average, would you say?
About 140.
That's what everyone gets, actually. Doesn't matter what your setup is. Dude. You actually get about 140,
just
150.
Buy a Mac, everyone gets the same frames. It's so cringe, dude.
Just buy a console. Consoles are making more and more sense now.
Just play a better game.
Yeah, or play a different game.
That is, of course, the actual answer. Yeah.
That's the real test. Play a different video game on those PCs, and then you'll see a difference in the frames per second for sure.
How long have you been listening to the program, Santeria?
I was just saying, I started listening on episode 100, and I backlogged, and I made it all the way back to episode 101 today.
Oh damn, that's how was that journey?
It evolved. It was entertaining. Like I don't give a fuck about Warzone anymore. I just like listening to you guys talk, right?
Yeah.
Another one, yeah.
Yeah. So when I first listened to episode 101, I was basically like, what the fuck is this shit? And I want to, of course. I didn't know the community or anything, but 101 was absolutely fire the second time I listened to it.
Yeah,
that was
once
an
you got
insane
the context,
broadcast.
I would imagine it was different. Yeah. So 101 was your first broadcast.
What 100? The Collins.
Oh, got it. Oh, okay. I see. Cool. Yeah. Interesting. What was your first impression?
Well, of course, the first impression was about episode 50 when the first time I listened.
And what was your first impression like? What did you think?
I didn't listen to it again until episode 100.
So it wasn't great, is what you're saying.
Oh, got it. Okay. Why is that? What did you dislike?
I don't know, honestly. I just
didn't grab you.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then why did you decide to come back?
I really needed something to listen to. I worked 10 hours a day, and then I'd come home and have to watch JGOD videos and look at True Game Data, and I was like, somebody's got to be making a podcast about this shit.
I see. Interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah. Which does make sense. Episode 50 was definitely the infancy. That's actually a story I haven't heard yet, though. Because normally people say, I tried listening, hated it, tried again a couple weeks later. I've never heard, I listened and I was just like, I just stopped. And then came back.
I was listening to a lot of podcasts, like backlogging several different podcasts too. So
I
had a lot to listen to when I caught up on those. It's just like, I'm going to give this another try.
Very interesting. That's good to know. Cool.
It's been a pretty pivotal point in my thing in my life. Like, you know what I mean? I fucking way more content than Netflix or Hulu ever gives me.
Well, of course, that's true.
Yeah, we try for sure. And then when did you join the Patreon? Because your name is pretty new to me. You're super active now. Yeah.
Oh, you when I joined the Patreon, you just shit on my last name, right?
What was well, don't say your last name. But
the fourth letter was an X, and you were like, let's not put that in a name, right?
Is it like the French sounding one?
I wouldn't think you said British.
I don't remember. But I stand by it. Change your name. I don't know what it is, but change it. Interesting.
It's not great.
When was this? When did this happen?
So that was 105 or 108, something like that.
Oh wow. Okay. Very cool. All right. And then have you been to any of the hangouts?
I did Scriblio once.
How was that?
I had a lot of fun. It's just I'd be absolutely disowned if I was not online to playing Warzone on a Friday night.
With the boys? The boys would get mad at you? Yeah.
Oh, fuck the boys.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why weren't you here last week with no shirt on? That's the bigger question here.
Well, the bigger question is why do you ever have a shirt on?
True.
Because Twitch requires it.
Shirts are for leaving your house, and that is it.
I completely agree. We have another fucking scholar and gentleman in the chat.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic.
I get home from work, the shirt comes off. It doesn't go back on until I leave for work.
Do you live where it's entirely too hot also?
I live in Arizona, right by Mexico.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So this makes complete sense. It's all...
So it's 105 there today, or what?
It was 90 degrees at like 9 this morning.
Fuck
yeah, by the way, that is true. Like, you go to Arizona and it's hot as shit, but I would rather walk around in 115 degree Arizona heat than go to Florida when it's 95. It makes you feel fucking disgusting.
80 degrees in Florida is worse than 100 degrees here.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
Well, yeah. Florida does fucking suck. Of course. Shout out to BBMF, resident Florida boy. The most Florida
fuck
person
BBMF,
I've ever
stay
seen.
humble, bitch. Yeah.
Anyways, interesting, Sam. How old are you?
29. I'll be 30 in like a month.
Oh, you're our
another
age.
old man. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're dying too.
A straight boomer.
Sorry to hear that. We'll send flowers.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, did you have anything you'd like to tell us? Comments, questions, concerns, etc.
Watch your clan tags.
Watch my clan tags. What do you mean?
In case you're wondering why I would be grinding gold weapons right now, I have I'm gonna try to make this onto you. It wasn't bad, but his clan tag was NWURD.
Wait, who? Watch.
I have a friend he's black, and he made a clan, like a little regiment.
Okay.
And he made the clan tag NWRD URD.
Yeah.
Because he goes by the TOS version of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the two of us had that regiment clan tag, and we got banned.
Oh shit! Oh, I see. So this is a PSA.
Oh,
yeah. I will not be putting N-word as my clan tag. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
hey, maybe their fucking anti-toxicity report had some merit. Was this before or after they took a stance and solved racism?
Oh, this was a week or two ago.
Okay.
Oh, it was then. So you got hit by the wow. So they did
anti-toxic.
Yeah, I mean,
that's funny.
I guess I should have just been cheating, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't have. You'd still be. Yeah,
I wouldn't have been banned then.
Yeah, of course. It's so cringe. I hate this game. Yeah. Well, we will definitely wash our clan tags for sure. And thank you for the warning.
And I absolutely freaked out, like I was never going to be able to play this game on my computer again.
Did they perma you or just suspend?
So what happens? I did a lot of research. Is after you get a ban, the next account you create will be shadow banned for 2 weeks. And then you can play again, but pretty much if 5 people report you, they're just gonna shadow ban you again. Like you don't really have. There's no buffer there. Like if someone decides to report you, you're getting shadow banned.
Yeah.
Until they can look over your account.
Interesting. So you made
That's
like
how it works for
one account
cheaters.
and then another one, and then it was good.
I made probably 5 accounts trying to figure out what was going on, and I guess after a couple weeks, the shadow ban gets lifted and you can play again.
I see. Okay. Fuck, that's annoying. That sucks.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, I'm grinding out gold again in a game that, it's not great, but it's better than Cold War, so it gives me something to do.
Are you on the sticks or on the keys?
Oh, keys.
Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah, you said you had a $4,000 PC. Yeah, okay. Well, you could still be on the sticks, but you're on the keys. That's good.
Well, if you spent $4,000 on a PC and you're using a controller, I don't know what you're doing.
Well, that's about every Warzone pro out there, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to decline to comment on
PC.
that, but that is a thought I completely agree with. Are you heavy on Twitch? Do you watch a lot of people? Do you watch anyone?
No, you guys are the only reason I have a Twitch I watch some Facebook streaming because I'll lay in bed scrolling Facebook, and there's streams pop up because I do a lot of Warzone searching on my phone.
He's watching Corinna Kopp's Facebook streams.
Got it. That is of course true. Yeah. Shout out to Corinna Kopp.
Overtime AU.
I've never even heard of that.
I don't know almost any Facebook streamers because I've literally never watched a Facebook stream.
I
see laner streams on Facebook.
Like the quality of Facebook streams?
I mean, you're looking at your phone, so not great.
But like the interface, I guess you wouldn't have a point of comparison really if you don't watch Twitch that much.
It's dog shit. It looks like you're commenting on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awful.
I don't like the Facebook GG interface, but anyway, interesting. Okay, cool, good to know. All right, well, anything else you wanted to ask, comment, etc.?
No, just I love the behind the scenes, like the Patreon I listened to today. I love that shit.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite type of episode?
Oh, behind the scenes or Q&As.
People love the Q&As.
People do be loving the Q&As, no cap.
You either love them or people get furious and send us hate mail and say they hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the Patreon before, when you guys were like, this is gonna be a Cold War episode, I'm like, cool, background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try to warn you guys for that reason because unfortunately, no matter what episode you do, not everyone's gonna like it. So, but we try to make that clear from the outset. But yeah.
Oh.
Behind the scenes / Q&A. Yeah. Well, that's a fucking king. That's some king shit right there. The absolute vibes. But yeah, Q&A. Okay. / bonus episodes. All right. I think I interrupted you though. What were you saying prior to that?
Well, my attention span's that of a 12-year-old, so I don't remember.
Shit. I don't either. Tanner, do you?
No, I don't.
Cool. All right.
No shot.
Fuck us. All right, buddy. Anything
go
else?
Sub to fucking gift_curse on Twitch.
True. Absolutely sub to gift_curse. Are you modded there yet?
No, I don't. Like I said, I don't really watch Twitch streams, but I am sub.
Gift doesn't know how to mod anyone anyways, I'm sure.
Yeah, Gift doesn't. Yeah. Gift has never read a chat message there, so change it, Gift. Yeah, cool. Agreed. All right, well, anything you want to plug yourself?
Nah.
No? Cool. All right.
I'll try to make it to one of the Patreon hangouts maybe next week or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we're doing less customs and more that's chilling, and those are really fun. So if you're ever bored on one of those nights, stop by.
Well, I'm always bored if I'm playing Warzone, but
true.
Yeah, true. So yeah, so in that case, stop on by, bud.
All right.
Cool.
Unless you're doing customs, I will.
Yeah, yeah, we'll make sure we tell everyone if we are. So, all right, man.
All right.
Well, thanks for calling in, bud. Thanks for fucking watching. We appreciate it, and have a good rest of your day, bud.
Later.
All right, you too.
All right, bye.
All right. Wow, this is perfect timing. This is probably the most perfect timing we've ever done for this. So we have time for one more call in, and there's one more caller who's Jax, of course.
Exactly.
So this is fantastic.
Crazy Jax. You are on the air.
How you guys doing? Hey, what's up?
Good.
How you guys doing today?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just getting a little hungry. I'm probably gonna go grab some lunch or late dinner in a little bit, early dinner.
Why does your microphone sound so crispy? What are you using right now?
I'm using Astro A40s. They're probably like 3 years old, and they're just plugged in straight to my phone.
A40s are really good headset quality. The mic's quality is pretty good too, though. Yeah, this mic sounds good.
Yeah, when I picked it up with the amp, I think it's like $200 without the amp. It might be even cheaper now, but when I got it, it was like $350, $400 for the whole setup.
I think for older headsets, the headset mics are actually better than they make them now, because I think all these headset companies just assume everyone's got like a Blue Yeti, so they don't give a shit about their headset mics anymore.
Yeah.
Because like our headset mics are dog shit.
There's almost no worse microphone out there than a built-in mic in a SteelSeries headset.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
really
bad.
Yeah, but the headset's great. Like the sound is great.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad it's nice and crispy for you guys.
Yeah, it sounds good. So how you doing, man? When did you start listening to this dog shit podcast?
I'm doing good. I started listening, I think, about a month before Cold War released. Probably episode 80-ish, I think. But I've gone back and listened to every single episode, every single Patreon episode.
Damn, that's some king shit right there, as they say.
Yeah, I love your guys' content. It's like I'm hanging out with just my friends, like shooting the shits and stuff like that. So I really enjoy it.
Dude, well, we appreciate that. Yeah, it's the vibe we
that's kind of
here.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much the way it is.
We're just fucking cultivators. How'd you find us?
So I found you guys on Spotify, just searched up Call of Duty. Kind of like, I forgot who was just in here. I think it was Santeria. He was saying he was just looking for someone, because he said he watches J God after work and stuff. I was like, yeah, there's got to be someone that does a podcast on this shit. And I looked up Call of Duty podcasts on Spotify. I saw like 2 or 3 people on there. And your guys had like the soundboards and everything like that. And I was like, oh, these guys got their shit together. I'm just gonna stick with these guys. Yeah, you guys seem like you knew what you're talking about. I honestly don't remember who. It was 8 months ago, I think I started. So if I listen to them, I don't remember who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them are about the CDL anyways. Or it was Charlie Intel's podcast that ended 5 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Interesting. And then what was your first impression of the program?
I thought it was great. Like I said, it was just like I'm hanging out with my friends, like saying "fuck you" all the time to each other, and just get over it after half a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just love the vibe you guys put out. It was just like I'm hanging out with some buddies.
Okay, cool.
Dope.
That makes sense. And then, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay, got it. Interesting.
Little young frog.
A young man, a shirtless man. By the way, you were there for the. Frankly, the seminal event. There was like, so what's interesting is like there's like the meeting of the Nicene Council. There's like the establishing the Empire of Rome. There is the Revolutionary War, the signing of the Declaration of Independence. These are all just seminal events in world history. And there's also the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast Patreon shirtless hangout extravaganza. And you were there for that. So you're basically on par with Thomas Jefferson. I mean, just a historical event. What were your thoughts on that evening?
Oh, man. Raz, you're hilarious, bro. That was a great time.
I'll never tell him that again.
Well,
that was my second hangout. I think it was a Rebirth hangout the week before that.
Yeah.
I did that. We played for like an hour and a half. I agree. It started to get boring. Like the first 2 games were kind of fun, but after that, it just kind of went down. But the hangout, the face cams were amazing. In all
shout
honesty.
out to Tanner. Great idea.
Yeah, yeah, great idea, Tanner.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, great idea. It was so much better just to see everybody's faces. It made it like more personal. We got to learn more about each other and everything like that.
Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a good time for sure. And that was only your second hangout then?
Yeah, that was the second time. The second time for sure.
Yeah, cool. So from listening to joining the Patreon, when did you join the Patreon?
I joined the Patreon this month, actually. I think the 3rd or something like that. I wanted to join sooner, but I just got a raise at my current job, so I was like,
let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I can afford, $10. I wanted to support you guys in some way because I really like the content you put out. So I figured I would support you guys in any way I could.
Nice, man. Well, we appreciate that. Was the fact that we do Warzone customs one of the things that motivated you to sign up, or was it not really that?
Not necessarily. I really liked the Discord you guys had. You guys always say join the fucking Discord, so I joined it. I really like the looking for group section and just chatting with some people. And I was like, you know what? They put a really good thing together here. I'm going to support them. So I wouldn't say the Hangouts really motivated me, but it was part of it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, once you took your shirt off for the first time, now you're hooked.
Now you're. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You've been. Your membership has been accepted. Yeah, for sure. Very interesting. Very cool. So you are on KBAM as well.
I am on PS4. The shit. Little brick. I'm really looking to get a PC though, because I really like every time I die and there's someone 10 degrees off my screen, I'm like, dude, if I had a PC, I would have shit on this guy, right?
Yeah.
With the field of view. It's like, it just gets. I feel like I'm looking through a toilet paper roll on console, man.
And you must watch streamers then to notice the difference.
Yeah, I watch Joe Woe a lot. He's like my favorite one to watch.
Yeah, he's exciting. He plays on like max field of view too, I'm pretty sure. I think he's on 120. I don't even play that high, but he's got crazy field of view.
Yeah.
I used to watch Shroud a lot, just to kind of like mimic his aim style. And then kind of combining that with watching Joe Woe's movement, you kind of learn a thing or two and pick up a couple skills here and there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Shroud's a great person to watch, or really any Counter-Strike player. They're good people to watch play Call of Duty, because the main habit you'll pick up from them is Tanner's favorite point, which I totally agree with, is centering. Shroud's not walking around with his reticle at his feet, ever.
Yeah.
He was literally a Counter-Strike professional, so like every time he turns a corner, he's like, center mass, headshot maybe. I don't know what he does for Call of Duty, but his centering in any case is very good. He still has the most insane Modern Warfare clip I've ever seen in my life, by the way.
Oh, that one where he had that crazy like 180 spin on what
Tim
map
the
was it?
It was on Ramaza.
Yep. That was yeah.
It is actually the most insane Modern Warfare clip, maybe the most insane like FPS clip I've ever seen. It was so fucking fast, dude. He's walking around with a deagle on search. It was some like dumb little tournament. He's like, he walks in line of sight of someone, and he 1D'd so fast that even in the kill cam it's hard to like see. It was so quick.
I know.
And I was like, fuck, dude. That's what happens when a Counter-Strike player plays MW. Because like Call of Duty players, if you're like a COD pro or something, you're really good at like staying on track. But if you're a Counter-Strike player, you're good at flicks. Because that's what Counter-Strike is. And he was just, blah! It's fucking nuts, dude. I should find that for you guys. I'm actually going to, and I'll find it right now and I'll put it in the chat. But anyways, yeah, Shroud's a good person to watch for sure. What is your favorite type of episode to listen to?
I just found it.
So my favorite type of episode, I really enjoy the Q&As, and I really enjoy the roundtables as well. I like hearing everybody theory craft and stuff like that.
Okay. The Q&As and the roundtables.
Roundtables, yeah.
A lot of people like the roundtables. A lot of people like the Q&As too. This is another thing where I wonder if there's a selection bias, because you guys are obviously all patrons. So I think once you become a patron, it's because you like us as well as Call of Duty, or maybe only that, and you don't like Call of Duty. I think that's actually the most common occurrence. So maybe there is a selection bias there. But it is still interesting to hear, and it's good to hear, because we like doing the Q&As, and we like doing the roundtables.
The Q&As are fantastic, yeah,
the Q&As.
Yeah, we need to schedule a roundtable here in the next couple weeks, actually.
Yeah, I'll put that in the
get onto that
board meeting.
I already did.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah.
Got it.
Okay, good to know. Good to know, Jax. Well, any questions, comments, concerns for us?
Yeah, I got two questions. I'll try not to take up too much more of your guys' time.
You're good.
Since I'm getting into PC and stuff, are there any like keyboards and mouse you guys recommend? Like highly recommend?
Tanner?
It's very keyboard especially doesn't matter. I frankly believe mice don't really matter either. Keyboards especially though, you can get Steel Series, you can get pretty much any big brand make decent keyboards now. The only one I would stay away from is Razer. I don't like any Razer products. When everyone gets a PC, the first brand they always start buying is Razer. It's just like the default. It's like buying Astros when you're on console. It's just what you do. And then I feel like later you realize there's a lot better quality companies out there for a lot cheaper. I had 2 Razer keyboards go out, like buttons stopped working within 2.5 years of each other, so I just stopped buying Razer products. So I'd stay away from that. Corsair makes nice keyboards now. But yeah, I have a Glorious keyboard, which is their full size one. And then I have a Glorious Model D mouse, and they're both fine to me. A lot of people like wireless. We've touched on that recently. I don't I personally don't think it matters too much.
Yeah, I think I would get a wired if I was.
But yeah, you can, you know, a lot of these now are at Best Buy. You can go and like put your hand on them, see what you think is more comfortable. More than any, it's like Glorious stuff you can't get at Best Buy, but it's like you can go and try because like these are ergo ones. So like the left side is higher than the right, so it's more comfortable, I think. But then the other, you know, most gaming mice are actually just like, what is it called, Raz, when it's just the same on both sides?
Ambidextrous,
which I don't think are as comfortable. But if you just go to Best Buy and like try that, you can see like right away, like, okay, I like this style over that. Then if you want something like Glorious, you can go home and order one from there. But Steel Series also makes a good mouse. I used to use the Rival, I think it was called like the Rival 310. That was very comfortable. I like that one a lot too.
Yeah. So
I would just say stay away from Razer, honestly, more than anything.
That is, I'm so glad you said that. Absolutely stay away from fucking Razer products. Here's how Razer works. They sell products. You buy the product, and it works great. It actually just works really well, and it looks cool, and then it will stop working. And it's not just your product. It's all of their products. That's how Razer just works. They work really well until they just stop working.
Yeah.
And the average lifespan is literally like 6 months of the Razer products I've had. Like I used to play MMOs, and I would get their keypad. First it was the Nostromo, and then it was the Tartarus, and they had like the Orb Weaver.
Change it.
And they were all awesome, and I fucking loved the product. The ergonomics were great, the keys worked well, all that shit, but they would just stop working. So I just have to, that's why I had fucking 3, because I just had to keep buying them over and over again.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the keyboards. I had a Razer mouse, and I've gotten 3 Razer mice too. The same fucking mouse. I got a Razer Naga 3 times. I bought 3 of the same mouse because I loved the mouse, but it would simply break. So don't get a Razer product. Number 1, absolutely stay away from Razer. Secondly, our keyboards are both Glorious modular mechanical keyboards. It allows you to change out the switches and shit. Frankly, as Tanner said, keyboard doesn't fucking matter. If you have a keyboard, use that. I'm not kidding. The keyboard basically doesn't matter at all. People get like real anal about keyboards, and that might be something you want to do, but it's not going to be important to you for at least like a year. And then you might be like, I don't like the actuation on this key. I'm fat fingering jump too much. I'd like more resistance on this switch. Those things can happen, but GMMK, frankly, is way too involved if you're like new to PC, and it's just not worth the time or effort. So I would just get any keyboard, actually. Doesn't matter. And if you want one to like match your setup, then just get a keyboard that's the same brand as your mouse that lights up, and then you can use the same software for both. That's a good way to go. As far as mice go, I agree with Tanner. If you're not agoraphobic, go to Best Buy. Don't worry so much about the model of mouse, but put your hands on one that is ambidextrous, and then put your hands on one that's ergonomic. See which one you like better. This is completely preference, because ergo is shaped like it's sloped downward from left to right, which I prefer, and so does Tanner. And then ambidextrous is just obviously like just symmetrical mouse. Wireless, wired doesn't really matter. Wires are so good now that it doesn't matter. So for mice, I would say Google top 10 FPS mice. Get any one of them except the Razer Viper or whatever, because it's Razer.
Razer will be on every single list because
they pay for those spots.
Yeah.
So that would be my advice. But yeah, the mouse I use for context is the Steel Series Aerox 3 wireless, which is a honeycomb lightweight wireless mouse. I really like it. It's ambidextrous though. That's the only thing I'd prefer it to be ergo, but I can use ambi and it's fine. But I'm gonna
wonder if they make
my favorite ever FPS mouse is the Glorious Model D-. It's really small. It's also honeycomb, so it's super light. I have bigger hands than Tanner and wider shoulders, stop the cap.
Got it.
And it's really great. But I'm just waiting for it to be wireless, and then I'm going to be getting that. So
interesting. Cool. I appreciate you guys talking about that. And my last question, if you guys had to start over on the podcast, like you didn't have any social media presence or any Discord or anything, how would you guys promote it? Would you guys do like TikTok, Twitter? Would you guys do ads? What would you guys do?
If we were to do it like right now, I would say focus heavily on pretty much just TikTok and just Twitter. I think those two are the best, and not waste money on ads like we did at the start.
That is exactly
which probably helped somewhat,
what I was going to say.
Not enough for what we paid for it at the time, which actually I think Raz paid for it, so get scammed, idiot.
I probably spent $3,000 total on ads that I don't think did a goddamn thing. I spent money on YouTube ads like Google ads, AdSense, and on Facebook ads. I don't think it did anything for the podcast. So I would basically say I would do the same thing. Yeah, I would say don't even bother making the Facebook. Doesn't matter. You're not going to use it anyway. Start the TikTok right away, and then make sure you title it the exact same title you have now. That's what I would do.
YouTube Shorts would probably be something to like start on right now too, because that's
timestamp right away. I would do too.
Yeah, because YouTube Shorts are becoming popular very quickly, it seems.
Yeah, but I think we did most things right. It's just we tried a lot of things that ultimately didn't really seem to work. Mainly the ads. And Facebook were just a waste of time.
I don't ever remember anyone coming in and saying, yo, I saw your ad. The only thing we got from ads on Facebook were people commenting dumb shit on it. Like just the dumbest comments on those.
Yeah.
That was the absolute. I mean, they would get like a ton of likes, but I don't think we'd get anything out of it, honestly. So I don't know. Those ads were a waste.
I agree.
Like usually what I would say 90% of people at least say is they went on Spotify and they searched Call of Duty podcast, and that's how they found us.
That's still how most people found us, I think. Yeah. And you don't need ads for that, obviously. You just need a good title. You need to put Call of Duty in the title, which we did. So.
You need a Call of Duty podcast that uploads regularly and not 5 months in between episodes. That's pretty much what it takes. So.
Yeah. So we would actually just do less than we did. But that's
we do nothing. Yeah.
So.
Cool. Yeah. Interesting. So TikTok and Twitter, like on Twitter, would you like just post videos or like quote tweet or reply to tweets and stuff like that?
So TikTok,
dick ride, pretty much.
Do daily uploads and shit, because that's still really good for growth, and that is something we should have done right away rather than anything else, really. And then put them on YouTube right away, which we did do. What else was I saying? And on Twitter, like the weekly schedules we post, start doing that right away. That's really helpful. Start doing giveaways on Twitter. We would have done those way sooner. Just to get more followers, not followers that we expect to actually listen, but followers just so when you click on our profile, we have a bigger follower count. So we have more clout, so people are more likely to listen to us. We would have done Twitter giveaways way sooner, and dick riding, like Tanner said. Yeah, just dick ride way sooner, get impressions high, and that would have been the
steal
wave
tweets
too.
And stuff like that.
Well, that would have been a good, successful strategy, but we're not that scummy.
Yeah,
we're scummy, but not that scummy. So no, not steal tweets. But it is a good idea if you have no integrity.
That stuff, dude, even on I was on TikTok like a couple days ago, and I came across this video, and this kid has like hundreds of thousands of TikTok followers. Apparently he's a big Call of Duty TikToker, and it's like even in one of his video he was like like optics have been totally reworked, like here's the difference on them, and he posted a screenshot using them, and it was literally JGod's screenshot that JGod went into game and got of the difference between the Axial 3 times, and he posted that exact screenshot and made sure it was cropped so JGod's name wasn't anywhere in it, and like didn't mention in the caption that it wasn't his screenshot, like didn't even mention like according to JGod like here's what the new optics look like. It's so, these kids are so fucking scummy. It's just like, dude, it's something so little that it's like, just say like, at least say like, oh, like here's JGod's image. Like they're such pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Dude. It's crazy to me. And like not a single comment even knew that. They like nobody said anything about like, dude, this is J Gods. They just don't know because these kids just steal it from other people. It's embarrassing for them. They're such fucking losers.
Yeah,
and they could just spend like, oh sorry, Raz, you can go.
No, I was just gonna say that guy could have used J God's screenshot and just not cropped his name out, and then you don't even have to say it verbally, but put in the caption like, oh, like image from @JGod.
Yeah.
Like we do. Like we steal content all the time, but we tell you where we're getting it from and we give you a link. So if you want to go look yourself, you can. I think that's fine.
That's what half this podcast is. We go over all the big content creators stuff that they've put out and we tell people about it. And of course they're credited always. And then we give our opinions on it and what we think, because often we don't agree with what they say, but we still use like the factual info they put out and, you know, say this came from this guy. It's really that simple. It is that simple. Dude, like you're not going to look bad just because you're using his screenshot. You look more bad using his scrotchet and not saying that it's his screenshot. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. They're just
we help people when we credit them, by the way. Like I've gotten many people telling me, oh, like we heard today, oh, I watch Nate Gibson now because like you talk about him all the time. Because we don't fucking crop out his logo. Like we talk about him too, but so he's not the best example. But like TGD, JGod, True Game Data, another one, Syrian. Like we give these people some, viewers. Fizz, by the way, I've had some people tell me like, oh, I watch Fizz now because you like rated him or because you talk about him. And like, yeah, I see what anime movement is now. It's like really cool. It's like, it feels good to do that too. It's crazy that it feels good to do the right thing. It's just so weird.
Who would have thought, right?
Who would have fucking thought, dude? It just feels so good to do. It's so weird and surprising. But what were you going to say, Jack? Sorry.
Oh, it was like, yeah, they spend all that time like cropping it out and stuff. It's like they could have just spent the 10 minutes and go in game and get the screenshots themselves, you know?
Or that too, yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing I was saying. I was like, it's not that hard to take screenshots of that even. If you're not going to credit the person, then just go take your own screenshots real quick.
Right, yeah.
But the TikTok kids want to get their content out so damn fast that they're not going to take the time to do that. So.
Yeah. So, all right, Jax. Well, buddy, thanks for the call in. Appreciate you being around, supporting, following, calling in. Obviously, anything you would like to plug?
Yeah, I got my YouTube. I think I have like 110 subscribers right now. Just trying to get that going a little bit. I posted like way back when Destiny 1 came out, like 30-second clips. But nowadays, I'm like actually trying to make like videos and stuff.
That's cool.
So my
what
YouTube
was your
is
latest video?
My latest video was I mostly just do like 20 bomb gameplays on Resurgence.
Okay.
And yeah, my YouTube is just Go Crazy Jax, capital G, C, and J. Pretty easy, one word.
That is
I'm a
pretty
small
easy.
guy.
For those listening, Jax is JAX, by the way, just to
yeah, not CKS or anything like that.
Not like the name.
Yeah, I saw Goat. He posted like a thumbnail in there, so I know my thumbnail game is weak. I usually just make like a funny animal face, like mind blown of like, wow, 20 buys like an animal's face, like open.
Yeah. That's cool.
I just try to do something. I try to make people laugh and stuff.
It's a little different
like a funny
too. That's
intro
actually
or
a decent
something.
idea.
Yeah, but I saw Goated. He made some cool thumbnails. I might have to hit him up in the future for a couple.
If you're trying to have a YouTube channel, I've said this many times. Hey, this is me crediting people, by the way. Go subscribe to Jax, you specifically, and anyone else trying to get YouTube going. Go subscribe to Devin Nash on YouTube and Alpha Gaming on YouTube. Alpha Gaming's more on the Twitch side, but Devin Nash is he's got his feet wet in everything related to gaming online and content creation, but he's really smart about YouTube and shit. He has a lot of interviews with people too, where he learns a lot and then shares that. Like, have you ever heard of Ludwig?
Yeah.
So he has like a couple of interviews with Ludwig, and he knows a lot about YouTube. So definitely go subscribe to him. Like this moment, you should be typing right now. But also, one thing he does say is like the thumbnail and the title are arguably more important than the content. So if your thumbnail game is weak, you should work on improving that as much as you can before you improve your video quality, like actually. Because if people don't click on the video, it doesn't matter what the quality of the video is. No one's going to see it.
True.
So you need to like get good titles and good thumbnails. So if your thumbnail game is weak, change it. It's really important on YouTube.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, I'll look into those guys.
Yeah,
I heard you hyping them up a bit in some podcast episodes, and yeah, I'll definitely look into them.
You'll learn a lot, dude. They're really good resources. I really like both of those guys. But Devin Nash especially gets real analytical, and I'm a huge fan of Devin Nash. He's a giant nerd, and he knows a lot about this shit. I fucking love him. I love Devin Nash, dude. He's smart, really smart guy, and he has so much knowledge. It's just crazy. It's super helpful. And it's actionable stuff, too. Like, oh, this is what your thumbnail should look like. Or like, this is how your title should be.
Yeah.
So he's great. But anyways, all right, so Go Crazy Jax on YouTube. Thanks again, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys' time like greatly. So
yeah,
thank
of course. Likewise, bud. And hopefully we'll talk soon.
Yeah, I'll see you guys probably at the next hangout.
Sounds good, brother. See you then.
Sounds good, dude. Thank you.
All right, boys. Peace out.
Bye. All right, bitches. That's it. Okay, so for the YouTube and the podcast frogs, this was our
see ya.
This was see ya. This is our call-in for this month. That is a benefit again for Platinum and Damascus patrons. The length at which we will speak to each individual depends on how many people are in the room. So we didn't have too many people today, so we were able to talk pretty in depth with everyone, which is really fun, which is really cool. So if you want to call in next time, patreon.com/thedropshot. Link is in the show notes. Platinum and Damascus, we do this at the last Saturday of every month at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So with that said, boys and girls, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, join the Patreon. Stay humble too.
Stay humble.